at you with my review of the 2003 horror movie Freddy vs. Jason. Now, before I get to the movie, I'll say this. I was looking forward to this movie for years because I had heard about it long ago, like back when Jason Goes to Hell came out, and then at the end of it, they had the Freddy Claw come out and grab the mask and tear it down. Ever since then, like I always heard that this movie might be happening, and I was always stoked for it to possibly actually take place. And when it came out, I'll admit, I don't think it lived up completely to the expectations. Like it could have been better. There was the first half of it, I felt like a lot of it was kind of not done so great. And I'll say this, I think part of the reason why I feel that way is because I am such a huge Freddy Krueger fan. I didn't necessarily love the fact that it took until right near the end for him to be able to do anything. Now, obviously, sorry I didn't say this before, but I'm going to have some spoilers in this one. And then, to be honest, I'll probably have more spoilers in this review than I have in most, mainly because it's a 13-year-old movie at this point, and also because I'm going to tell a story that has spoilers inherent in it. Now, as for the movie though itself, like I said, it's not great. It's not amazing, but I enjoy it completely. I buy into this thing almost entirely. Like, there's so many funny moments. There's so many great kills. I love it. Like, as an old school horror fan, I'm like, haha, Freddy and Jason in the same movie? That's awesome. I love it, right? But I also will say this. I think part of the reason why I love it so much is because when I saw this movie in the theater, it was by far the best, coolest movie-going experience I've ever had in my entire life. And there's a specific reason why. The day I saw this movie, it was the day after the huge power outage in 2003 that took place between, was all over between, New York, Canada, where I live, Toronto, all these, it was a huge power outage, thousands of people without power. And in my city, because of what was going on, there was roaming blackouts consistently all day long. So most movie theaters were closed. But there was one movie theater in my city that was open, and it was showing Freddy vs. Jason, and we were dying to see it. So we went and had a few drinks, and I went and saw it. And this movie was completely sold out. And I went with four of my, there was four of us, my brother and two of our friends, and we could not even sit beside each other. We were near each other, but not beside each other. And it was packed. And this crowd was so into the movie. Anytime somebody would get killed, there was a huge explosion of cheers and applause and all that kind of stuff, which really made the movie so much fun. But the best part by far was, so again, this is the spoiler to the very, very final moments of the movie. But if you've seen the movie, you'll know that at the end, Freddy and Jason actually come to blows with one another. And at the very closing moments, you see Jason's walking out of the Crystal Lake, I think it is, holding Freddy's decapitated head. And so it was very clear when I saw the movie that about half the audience were bigger Jason fans and half the audience were bigger Freddy fans. So when that moment happened, half of the crowd was cheering so loud, and the other half was booing like crazy. And then as he is getting closer and closer to the camera, all of a sudden the decapitated Freddy head winks at the camera, and then everybody broke out in cheers and hoopla and applause, and it was amazing. It was the coolest movie going experience I've ever had by far. I mean, everybody knows if you go see a comedy is great to see in the crowd, but I never expected a horror movie because I've seen plenty of horror movies in the theater, and generally the crowd is pretty quiet or whatever, but this crowd was just diehard fans, and the reactions were incredible, and it was so great. So that memory will always go into my love of this movie to a certain degree. I do really enjoy this movie. I would never put it in my top favorite movies or whatever, but I really enjoy this movie. And I know it's not because the filmmaking is so phenomenal or anything like that. It's because I have a great time every time I watch it. There's some, for me, there are movies that I really enjoy that other people may not, and it's because it gave me exactly what I wanted out of it. Pacific Rim is a good example. I can see all the criticisms that you can level at Pacific Rim, but it gave me what I wanted when I went and saw that movie. I wanted to see giant robots fighting giant alien creatures, kaiju, and that's exactly what I got. So I was in, right? Sometimes it's just you want something out of a movie, and if you get it, that's a good time. And that's what happened here. And so that's my review of Freddy vs. Jason. If you're a fan of the movie, if you're a hater of the movie, please comment down below. Let me know what you think. And please hit that subscribe button. It always means so much to me. And have yourself a nice day. Have yourself a nice Freddy vs. Jason day.